Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I want to discuss a concept that is so dear to my heart, and it's talking about transformational design. That is, how do you design your life to favor transformation? Basically, the difference between two people will be the quality of the designs that they put into their life. By design, I am talking about the things you desire, the things that you consider feasible, technically possible, and then viability. But before I go into details, you see, before you can talk about transformation, you actually need to know what transformation is and what it is not. Basically, there are three different kinds of people when it comes to transformation. There are one, some people who position for comfort. They just want to live life as it comes. They want to hold on to life and just travel by, enjoy everything that is enjoyable in it. At no point do they want to deny any of their will. They want what they want now, how they want it now, and when they want it now. This set of people are called the socializing mind. In their minds, they have more of noises than signals. You don't want to join this kind of people because they are comfortable. They love comfort zone. They love to be comfortable. In fact, they are the ones that revolt when things don't really happen the way they want it in most cases. The second set of people are actually the evolving minds. A large chunk of the society is in this. They have made up their mind to embrace some burden, some pain. They have reduced the quality of noise in them, and they are trying to embrace more signals that would help them towards transformation. However, the challenge with this kind of people is you can also be trapped in that medium if you're not willing to pay the requisite capacity or price to move to transformation. So two things that determines transformation in any man. The first one is the capacity to do a right design, to design your life. The second one is your ability to build enough capacity. So I say two things: the design and capacity. Design and capacity. So in this case, design comes first. So let's take an example. You want to build a house. The first thing in your mind is, what do you desire? What kind of qualities or features do you want the house to have? That will determine the design that the architect would ultimately draw. So even in building solutions, in building IT solutions, you talk with an architect. They look at the business requirement, and then they draw an architectural diagram that shows everything that is required for that solution to work. They check the security, they check the integration with other existing solution with the infrastructure that is available, and then they're able to guide you right, guide the developer right on how to build. Now, so come to our life. How does this work in terms of our life? So let me give us an example. I make up my mind that I want to build a great business. The word, the choice of the word building a great business already shows that I need to do a design that is different from building a trade. A trade is that kind of business that just gives me income on a daily basis. I buy, I sell, and all those kind of scenario. I'm not building any business structure. I'm not building any fundamentals into the business. I am willing to say, once my time is up on the checkout payment of mortality, the business too can just pass away and can die a natural death. So with that kind, I have introduced a quality of design. So what I am saying is that the designing of your life actually happens in your inner mind. Is a function of how you learn and what you think about. In fact, that's why it's said over and over. Um, as a man thinketh, so he is. A lot of times you ask, what are you actually thinking on? You're actually thinking on the design of your life. So because it is in that thinking that the design comes. The design is a product of the choices and the decisions you're making. So for every choice you're making, you're altering a design. Now, when you make a design based on your choices, whatever output you're able to execute outside is a function of the capacity that you have. Now, you can design your life in such a way that you can use it to increase your capacity. So let me give an example. I decide to take on a training, let's say data analysis now, and I build my core competence to be so good. What I've simply done is, in the world of data analytics, I've actually increased my capacity. So because of the choice of going ahead to invest money to train myself, I have actually built a system that improves my capacity. So designing helps with building capacity. So if I tell my architect I want a 6-story building, what I've simply said is that is what I desire. Now, my architect would sit down and tell me what is technically possible within the foreseeable future. It would also tell me the amount of life I'll be willing to exchange for that thing to come to be. So by the time I interject my desire, and by desire, it means what makes sense to me. What are the things that are burning within me? What are the things I have taken to be of supreme importance that I'm ready to prioritize, that I'm ready to hold dearly above every other thing? If you hold money dearly above every other thing, even though money is the weakest form of wealth, what you would notice is by that design, choices will be aligning in your life. And before you know, you start building capacity towards money. Now, you need to now make a design based on a value system. If you make it within the right value system, then you will start building capacity to raise money within the right value system. But if you make a desire or you are building a form of design within the wrong value system, before you know it, you will start generating results along the wrong order of things, the wrong value system. But one thing about life is that once you're making the designing in the way of thinking in your mind, as you're doing it, your mind is actually batting out actions for your physical body to take. Those actions are a function of the current capacity you have and the current capacity you're able to build. And that is why I say the heart of thinking is crucial, but you must understand that your thinking is what determines your life. Your thinking determines your life because your thinking determines the quality of designs that you start putting in the framework of your life. In most cases, a lot of us we want a greater result, but we're not ready to put in the intentionality to build great designs into what we're doing. A lot of people want excellent outcome, but the challenge is that the thinking that will birth that excellent outcome is lacking. So this is how I talk about the sequence. I talk about the sequence that the quality of the knowledge or learning that you have determines the quality of thinking that you're able to birth. That quality of thinking determines the quality of design that comes to your mind. Because the way we are wired to think as humans, once the knowledge level in us increases, we think in concept, we think in frameworks, we think in models, we think in designs. That's just the simple way. We think in design. So for every action or inaction that you take, it actually can be traced back to the quality of thinking and even the quality of learning that battered the design that you have crafted in your mind that influence the action that you are taking. What influences the action you're taking is the quality of the design. That's the imagery, either in terms of a moving imagery like a video in your mind, or a static image like a picture in your mind that you're looking at. These are the key things that influences what and who you become. So what am I saying in essence? If you've been following me, you will see that two things matters in this discourse. One is the design you're building. The second one is the capacity you're building. And I want you to make sure the design you're building is an excellent form of design. It's a design that will gravitate you towards transformation, because you can actually get a design that will make you a socialized mind. By the time you make quality of choices that are weak, that does not have the capacity to scale, quality of choices that are not intentional in their approach, then those choices would force you not to be able to generate transformational outcome. And if you're interested in actually generating transformational outcome, you will start designing appropriately. So let me give you an example. I want to choose the quality of school I want to go to. Then I analyze every school in my neighborhood and I look for the one that will give me the best form of learning that is contemporaneous, and then that would be able to lift me in terms of collaboration, in terms of the network of people I am trying to get into. By the time I think that way, that I want to choose something tougher, harder, and above the general ones in that neighborhood, I am already creating a design in my mind to be able to generate transformational outcome. If those thoughts visit me incidentally, and I'm able to hold on to those thoughts and I work on them, and I'm able to create a design in my mind that, okay, I want to be a graduate, but I want to be that excellent graduate that is distinguished from this school. So let's say I even get into the school, I decide I want to get out with cum laude, like a first class. If you design that way and you now build capacity to follow that design, you would achieve the result and to be transformational. Just like an architect would draw that building, it would be a 10-story building, but it would tell you all the frameworks, the columns, the depths that the thing will be, the land will be dug to ensure that it's able to bear the weight, is able to carry that capacity. So as capacity is important, so is design important. Designing is like that internal video or picture that comes first, that has to be drawn with courage, with precision, with competence, such that it determines how the thing will manifest physically. So as we live every day, you must know one thing: you are actually creating a design by the way you think. If you really want the quality of your design to improve, please change the quality of your learning. If the quality of your exposure to knowledge improves, the quality of the design that will come out of your mind would also improve. When the quality of design that comes out of your mouth improves, it would push you to a greater extent, and then you'll be able to build higher capacity to sustain that design in your mind. So we all live the way we think. We all live the way based on the designs that is in our mind. So I want to urge you today as I wrap up. The most important thing is to build an excellent design. Ensure the design in your mind is a creative one, is a great one, is one that can lead you to transformational outcome. Do not settle for socialized design. Do not settle for evolving design, except you're trying to scale as rapidly as possible. But more importantly, let all your choices be transformational. Thank you.